I knew before having her that teaching wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and it became really, all the politics and the administrative things that come with that. It wasn't just about the kids anymore. You go into teaching, you think you're going to teach for your life, and I grew up with the this is your path, right? This is what you're supposed to do.
Hey everyone, I want to thank you for being here. In today's episode, I am presenting an amazing woman. And my channel is about empowering women to be the kick-ass, badass, amazing women that they were born to be. So today, this woman is extremely special to my heart. Me and her met a little while ago. And on our first conversation, I felt that she was like my soul sister. I even called you. Do you remember?
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so exciting. It's those moments when we as women meet with other women and we're like, I've known her for I don't know how many lives or whatever happened in our spiritual contracts before. But she is Stacey Evans. And without further ado, Stacey, who are you?
Who am I? That is a very good question. And thank you for that amazing intro. It's so rare, I think, for women, especially to walk into a room and feel that energy and that comfortable with somebody. I mean, that is the case for me. I'm a mama. I have a 5-year-old precious little girl who's all things smart and sassy. So that is my favorite role in life right now. I'm a former elementary educator, and now my passion is educating women on their health and wellness. And that, I think, is a big struggle for so many women as well. So that is my mission in life, is to help as many women create health for themselves and their families so that they can have thriving lives instead of just trying to survive it.
Mm-hmm. Living in creative mode versus survival mode.
Yes. Yeah. That's the key.
So because this channel is all about empowering women, I love the fact that you said that motherhood is the favorite thing, because I really feel that a lot of women feel like they become moms and then they feel like they need to go back to work ASAP. I know financials is definitely a reality, right? Very different in the US versus Romania, for example, or other countries where you have 2 years, then you have, maternity, husbands get to stay at home. I love the fact that you are embracing that. And I love that, you took yourself from being a teacher to doing something else. This is what I'm trying to advocate for is, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. You can advocate for a woman's body, for the health. You can transform whoever you are at 75 years old. There is no set thing that says on your wall when you're born, Stacey Evans, born 19, I don't know why, January 8th. She's set to just be an elementary teacher for the rest of her life. Who says that? Right? So you embrace that. And that's why I think I connected with you so well, because seeing your story and seeing what you're doing and seeing how much grace you have, and also how much love for your daughter, and you're such an amazing spirit. To me, it just, you leave some meetings with some people and say, oh, I'm so energized. I have this really good feeling in my heart, right? Like, this is such an amazing human being. So thank you so much for sharing. And you guys, I will put Stacey's information there. She does consultation, right, on workouts and health online. You will be able to see all of the information in the description. So feel free to connect with her. Feel free to call her. I'm sure she's going to be an inspiration for a lot of women out there. All right. First question. She just told me she didn't look at the questions. Wait, super cool. She's like, I'm so busy. What
It's
question?
like a pop quiz.
Pop quiz. 1, 2, go. What are the 3 things that you love the most about yourself?
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh,
This let's start off real okay, strong there. Ooh, 3 things I love the most.
you can tell me 1 or 2. It's just,
I mean, for what, like I actually have a tattoo on my back that I got. I had, long story, but I had moved to California by myself for a couple of years and was teaching out there. And I got this tattoo when I was out there, kind of living on my own, trying to, figure myself out really without any outside influences. And so, anyway, so this tattoo means passion and strength. And so I think I've always like known that and seen that in myself, that no matter what I'm doing, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Um, I do it with passion and strength. So, that was me teaching, that was me becoming a mother, that was me becoming a health coach. Everything I do with integrity, with passion, and with strength. And, that comes through in different ways, right? Strength isn't always just physical strength. That's being vulnerable and emotional and connecting with people that you otherwise wouldn't, asking for help when you know you need it, things like that. So I think I've just always been able to do those things, or the things that I've done in my life through those, like doing it with passion, not just like going through the motions. Because I know whenever I was just going through the motions, that just didn't sit right with me. I was like, this isn't truly me. So, yeah, passion, strength, integrity, those are really, really important to me.
yeah, I love the fact that you tattooed that on your back. So it's a very strong. It's in your DNA, and
Yeah.
by it. And I love that. I can definitely feel that. And like you said, vulnerability. How many people can go out there and just, like you said, ask for help?
Yeah.
And cry and say, I am in a moment in my life when I really need support. And I think that's the biggest thing with a lot of women, because they have so much ego.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not in their hearts, they're in their minds. So ego takes over and you go, okay, I can't, like I gotta be all put together.
Yeah.
On, everything on, I'm good, I'm doing well. And inside their hearts, or in the morning when they wake up, they cry and they go to bed and they're not happy. And it's so important. It's so important to just be yourself and be open and just be doing things that you're passionate about. So thank you for sharing that. I really love that. Next question. What things or circumstances in your life are you appreciative of?
The first one that comes to mind is having my daughter. She literally was the catalyst for me just kind of waking up to what my life was like and what I wanted to be for her and what I realized that I should have for myself. Like I knew before having her that teaching wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and it became really tough, just, all the politics and the administrative things that come with that. It wasn't just about the kids anymore. So I had a really hard time, and I knew that I needed to change, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do that. I just, you go into teaching, you think you're going to teach for your life. And I grew up with the, like, this is your path, right? This is what you're supposed to do. And but having her, it changed everything for me. And I realized, what, this tiny human needs a mom who's strong, who's gonna like do what she says she's gonna do, who is going to be happy. And because I wanted to model those things for her, so I was like, if I want her to do this, I have to show her how it's done. So I needed to make some changes for myself so I could be a better mother, and just for my own, happiness and well-being. So really like having her was the biggest and best thing for me in my life.
That's amazing. And she's super pretty too. I thought when you were working out that she was next to you. So she's definitely gonna grow up with like, wow, I need to look as good as my mom. That health mindset, like you said, mental health and body health, which is very important. Because nowadays I feel a lot of moms, or not being judgmental here, but it feels awkward or strange to be healthy. It's almost like yesterday we went to Trader Joe's with Phoenix, my son, and we were checking some ice creams. And by the way, I don't know if you know that, nothing against Trader Joe's, but the amount of sugar in one of those sandwiches are like 34 grams in one of those sandwiches. Or, carrageenan, the ingredient that causes cancer and that makes ice cream taste so good. And I was talking to him about that while we were shopping. And when we were at the checkout, he took some caramels and stuff because we didn't get the ice cream. And then we have this. And I was looking at the ingredients. It was like this much, and the man at the checkout was like, wow, mom, look at you and look at your son. Like not even a girl, but a son, a boy. Because he's a soccer player. He's like, now he's testing for the pre-academy, and I teach him health, and he sees that we cook a lot. We get everything raw and we cook it, and he goes, I don't want to be healthy all the time. What type of health is this? I said, you're not. I am actually giving you some space. Hey, here's from time to time, but But I do not encourage, unhealthy, a lot of like junk and chips and all stuff that everybody's used to. So for the checkout, I was like, wow, unbelievable that he's looking at that. I'm like, so don't miss, it's like, you feel like almost like being apologetic for like, and I didn't feel apologetic, but I was like, just so you know, this is not like a mom that doesn't allow his kid to live. This is that, like you, with her, and just being a great example, being a great role model, right? This is one of the biggest things that you could do in life. You could have all the money in the world and you can have all the jobs in the world. But some people and some women like me and you identify with having amazing children, with really realizing, hey, I brought this person into this world. I need to make sure that they have some good habits, that they understand, and they need to eat healthy. Otherwise, what is the money going to do? Pay for medicine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Next question. Oh, if you don't mind sharing, did you have any personal obstacles that you encounter in this journey called life? And if you did, how did you overcome them?
I mean, doesn't everybody?
No, everything's always pink and nice and pretty.
Yeah. No, so I mean, one of the things, so talking about my daughter again, and like knowing that she changed me and I needed to like change myself to be better for her. One of the things was, when I was younger growing up, my dad, God bless him, but like he was tough. He was a tough guy. And, so I was always one of those who like, you just keep your mouth shut. You like, don't rock the boat. You don't want to, get anyone upset or whatever. So
you wanted to please.
Yes. Yeah. Definite people pleaser. I walk into rooms and I observe everybody first. I got to feel the energy. I got to know, like, figure out who's like safe to even be around. Can I even have a conversation with anybody here? Like, and I still do that, but I'm more aware of it now. And now I can walk into rooms and find people immediately, and connect with them. But like, so I really didn't use my voice for a lot of years. And I had my daughter and I was like, wait, she doesn't have a voice. Like, I have to be her voice. And so that was a big like awakening for me, a big aha, like, no, I got to start using my voice to get what's needed, to say what's right, what's wrong. For her, for me, I was like, okay, so this is like, I've got to really step it up here. And so that was something I had to really like learn how to do and grow in that. And part of that was, you know, like telling my husband, like, I don't want to be in the classroom anymore. Like, you know, sure, I was making a good living, you know, as a teacher, but it just didn't sit right with me anymore. The things that were going on were not right. I couldn't continue to do those things that were asked of me when I knew deep down they were not the right things. So yeah, using my voice, having to like, you know, make that change. But everybody around me was like, what are you doing? Like, you're a teacher. You're a great teacher. I was a phenomenal teacher. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm really good at it. Um, and you know, I kind of like my family had no clue what was going on with me. My friends in teaching were like, why would you ever, you know, why would you leave? Like, just go to another district or whatever. But, you know, and then getting into health where it's so still like stigmatized now, like, oh, you're healthy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's such a weird thing. Like, this is how we are should live off of the earth and, you know, go out in the sun. And it's like still like stigmatized. So I think just overcoming that by finding the people who have the same values and mindsets, like that's really been the change. And hey, you know, I had to move out of state to find that, but I did. You know, that was another thing. Like, oh, we moved down here from Michigan a year and a half ago for a change. And I just knew like getting out of there was going to be better overall for all of us. And this has been a place for healing for me, a place to find like-minded women and be able to walk in a room and connect with women where I didn't have that ever probably in my life. So it's been a lot of things, and it's been like, you know, pushing myself outside that comfort zone that I lived in for 35 years.
Wow. Wow. So the comfort zone, finding your voice, right? Like growing up with a father that was strict and you were just people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
Huge obstacle there because you grow up like that. And then going into life after a while and saying, that's it, enough. I've had enough. Something
Yeah.
and having the guts to say it. And I think that anyone can learn from this because there are so many women that are living consistently on a day-to-day basis in an environment that or working that just doesn't fit their souls, and they keep on doing what they're doing for the money. And that's what I love about doing this, right? About just telling things the way they are, and just there's no way to present this in a different way. It's more about being self-aware and saying, hey, what am I doing in my life? You know, I need to tell my husband, this doesn't make me happy. I'm just, right. I don't feel okay. And understanding that a marriage or having a father that used to be something like that, or having a relationship or whatever, doesn't define who we are. We can change those things. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of crying. But they all go away ultimately, and you come back stronger, right? There's no problems. There's no setbacks. They're in our head. It's always moving forward, and it's always moving forward with some joy and with a very clear intention of where is it that we want to end, right? And nobody's responsible for your destiny, for my destiny. Your husband isn't. Mm-hmm. Your husband, they might think they are, or, there might be all these unwritten, rules of I'm your father, or, I don't know about your husband, but again, right? So it's within, it's like, those things like there's all these memes and all these videos, with like the child that's hanging from something and the water is this tall, and they're like hanging, they're like, oh my God, we're afraid we're gonna drown. And it's just in their head.
Yeah.
Right? Very, very good points right there. So do you think many women that are overachievers actually fear success? And also, what does success mean to you?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the things that I'm always battling, I think, with myself too. Like, am I being successful as a coach? Like, I'm not quite there yet. I haven't hit this, level or, whatever, like this mark of, income and yeah, where am I on the leaderboard and, all those things. And then, and then I have to bring myself down. Like, none of that matters. If I'm making a difference in one woman's life and helping her get healthy and her sending me a message like, hey, I just went back to the doctor and, my A1C level is down and now I'm not pre-diabetic anymore. That to me is success.
I can tell you one thing. If you can, and I don't know, what AC it means
Yeah.
about diabetes.
She didn't know what it meant either.
But I think, just like you said, like numbers, stats. I'm in real estate, okay? When you talk numbers and stats in real estate, you don't talk about a client and you make, $1,000. You can make $40,000 in a closing. You can have hundreds of thousands of dollars per month in commissions, and that's normal in real estate. So think about that and think about like perspective, right? And how, some people make all the things. Ultimately, it boils down to one thing only. Do you do what you do with joy? Do you actually serve your client? And you could have 5 clients per month or per hour or per year. Ultimately, if you're super stressed and super unhappy and whatever, the numbers are completely irrelevant. If your clients don't see you, don't hear from you, there's no communication, it's all a matter of numbers, no matter how many big companies are out there. I mean, there's so many companies who are big and they're actually running low on, there's no even profit in these companies, right? It's all a matter of perception again and image and marketing. So, and then haven't you heard about so many cases with big companies just just firing people, logging them out of their programs before they even have time to breathe or to even say goodbye to their colleagues. There's so much happening in that regard and in so many jobs and in so many that it takes awareness and it takes what you do to actually get out of that. Okay, this is how things are supposed to be done versus I'm helping one person at a time, and my vibration, my energy, my joy, the changes that I actually bring to those people will take me where I need to be at the right time. And that's about it. But then know your self-worth though, right? Because everybody plays here in this life kind of the same way. We all need money to buy food. We, have children that we need to feed. So there is no person, I'm not saying we don't need that money. We don't draw an equal line between how much money, how many clients, volume, all that, and actual fulfillment, right? Being grateful for that one client or 2 clients or the 5 clients will take you places, right? Your gratitude cannot be learned. If you're not grateful for the small things that you have right now, do you think you're grateful for the millions of people? No, it's going to be the same thing. So I'm a big advocate of gratitude, and just opening up, and the universe will bring those relationships, will bring those trust, and it's going to happen. All right. We are almost at the end of our video. What is your favorite quote or maybe saying?
Oh, I am, I've filled up notebooks over the years with like quotes and sayings and oh gosh. So that's a tough one. trying to think. I think right now I have two things written on my board actually, like right on my desk. That really like stand out to me and have to do with what we've been talking about here. So one is it's already yours. So like believing that whatever's going to happen, whatever it is you want, it's already yours. And then the other one is sow the seeds. So, when you're not seeing that those things are happening, just remember that you're sowing the seeds, and each day you're doing what you need to do, taking those actions, whether they are small steps or big steps, whether it's in your health, in your relationships, in your, business, whatever it is, sow the seeds every single day, and then you'll get there.
Yeah, I was listening to something this morning actually, and they were talking about what true joy and true happiness really means. And they were saying exactly what you're saying. Do every day something that makes that you happy. Like plant those little plants, plant those little seeds, just go in the direction of your dreams. And it's just going to happen. Believe it's yours. Imagine yourself being there. I know we're talking about manifestation, and I'm all about manifestation. I'm all about being able to picture where you want to be. And I think a lot of women listening to this might find themselves in that situation where they want a picture. Maybe they're not there yet, where they can imagine, because the reality, right, is, oh my God, like the client is not there, or the money is not in my bank account. So how am I going to put the money in my bank account? But it's like you can't get there with fear. You can't get there unless you let God or Buddha or the universe go through you and say, fuck it. I'm going to go for this, and I'm going to do something cool every single day. That's going to take me there. How? I don't care. It's the universe. It's gonna somehow happen. But I have to take action. I have to take action. So one of my favorite quotes, so to end with the quotes, is, we don't see things the way they are. We actually see things the way we are. So perspective is very important, and making sure that we look at things and we just appreciate them for what they are. We just learn, we laugh, we laugh, we do our labor with love, we give other people inspiration and energy, just like you do right now with me. And I know for a fact a lot of women that are going to listen to this are like, oh, she's so awesome. It's so awesome.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Thank you so much for being my guest on this almost brand new channel. I know I'm going to take it very, very, very high in the realm of serving women, empowering women. Because look, you didn't even read your questions. What else do you need? Like, this is amazing, right? Like, I will probably not even you just give me a real idea. I'll probably not even send them to anyone. Like, well,
who needs a script, right? You just gotta go from what you feel.
Yeah. I have had some women say, hey, send me like an idea of what we're gonna talk about. But everyone that I've talked to so far says, heck yes. We just want to have a conversation. That's all. Like, we don't want any, it's not a script. Like, we don't want anything. We just, what are we actually going to talk about? I'm like, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you how many times you have sex per week. If you want me to, I can. And then I go, how? And they're like, no. It's so funny. Oh, and that's what I was going to say, that you said something about the client with the diet, with the diabetes. And I'm like, girl, if you can help women like me, 44, for perimenopausal, I'm sure you God's gonna be on your side. Because like the belly, it's like everything's changing there. And then you eat healthy, but then your hormones are going woo. And yeah, we can talk some more about that if you want.
For sure, yeah.
All right. Thank you again for being here. We're like, wow, right there at 30 minutes. Love you. Kisses. Guys, thank you for watching. Comment. And if you have any questions for myself or Stacey, I will put all her information there in the description. Let us know. She can help you with your workouts. She can do it on Zoom or whatever you have. FaceTime, Zoom, any program is what I'm trying to say. Whatever you have. Let's do it. It doesn't matter how. You can do it. Mwah. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah. Love you. Bye.
Bye.